Hey there, coin collectors and curious investors. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a rare and fascinating piece of American history, the 2015 5-cent coin. But don't let its small size fool you. This coin has become big business, and it's worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, millions of dollars. How? Why? Let's take a deep dive into the value and history of this incredible coin that's caught the attention of collectors all over the world. First, let's set the stage by exploring the history of the 5-cent coin, better known as the nickel. The first nickel was introduced way back in 1866, and since then, it has evolved both in design and composition. Originally made from a mix of copper and nickel, the modern 5-cent coin was first minted in 1938, and it has had numerous designs over the years. Fast forward to 2015, the U.S. Mint issued a special 5-cent coin, featuring the familiar image of Thomas Jefferson, with the classic Monticello on the reverse side. But what makes the 2015 P coin stand out among other nickels? Let's get into it. So, why is the 2015 P 5-cent coin attracting so much attention and becoming a hot commodity in the world of numismatics? Well, it's all thanks to a small, but important detail. The P mint mark. That little P on the coin indicates it was minted in Philadelphia, and here's the catch: it was the first time in nearly 70 years that the U.S. Mint had used the P mint mark on a regular issue coin. Can you believe it? This was a huge deal for collectors, and they were all over it the moment it hit the market. The 5-cent coin, as we know it today, has been a staple in American currency. However, its minting process and design have seen significant changes over the decades. The most iconic design, the Jefferson nickel, has featured the face of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse since its introduction in 1938. On the reverse, the Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, is prominently featured. Over the years, the U.S. Mint has released various designs for special occasions, and the 2015 version is no exception. In 2015, the Mint marked a historic moment by minting a regular issue nickel with the P mint mark, which hadn't been done in decades. Philadelphia's Mint had produced coins for years, but this was the first time a regular issue coin, like the nickel, or that P. This change sparked an immediate reaction from collectors and set the coin apart from other nickels in circulation. Coin collectors, experts, and investors began scouring through their pocket change in search of this historic piece. Now, let's talk value, and trust me, this is where it gets really interesting. At first glance, the 2015 P nickel might seem like your typical 5-cent coin. But here's the thing: it's worth way more than its face value. Due to the rarity of the 2015 P mint mark, many of these coins have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars in pristine condition. But wait, it gets even crazier. Some have sold for over $100,000 at auctions. So, how can a 5-cent coin be worth that much? Due to the low mintage numbers, which were under 100 million for the 2015 P, these coins have become incredibly rare in circulation. The key to unlocking their value lies in their condition. Coins that are graded in mint state, meaning they are in pristine, uncirculated condition, fetch premium prices. Coins with perfect grades of MS 67 or higher are the ones that have sold for these astronomical amounts. The rarity of the 2015 P coin doesn't just come from its minting numbers but also its overall condition. Coins that are uncirculated or graded at a high level by professional grading companies like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service will fetch higher prices in the marketplace. The higher the grade, the more the coin can be worth. A coin with a grade of MS 67 or higher is incredibly rare, and only a handful of these high-quality coins are available in the market. But here's where things get truly mind-blowing. In some rare instances, the value of the 2015 P nickel has skyrocketed to astronomical figures. Believe it or not, there have been reports of certain 2015 P nickels being valued at a jaw-dropping $49 million. Now, you might be thinking, how is that even possible? It all comes down to rare minting errors or unique features found on a select few coins. some of these coins have been discovered with rare mistakes or errors, such as double die strikes or misaligned designs, making them far rarer and more valuable than typical 2015 p nickels. If you happen to find a coin with these rare errors, it could be worth hundreds of times more than a standard nickel, and potentially make you a fortune. Imagine discovering a coin in your pocket change that could be worth millions. While this doesn't happen every day, it's not as far-fetched as it might sound. Rare errors and minting mistakes have turned seemingly ordinary coins into priceless treasures in the past. So, how do you spot one of these coins? Well, first, check for the mint mark. The P mint mark should be located just below the year on the obverse side of the coin. If you find that mint mark, congratulations, you've got a piece of history on your hands. But the fun doesn't stop there. You'll need to closely inspect the condition of the coin. Is it shiny, fresh, and free from any wear or damage? That's a good sign. However, what you really want to look for are errors or unusual features on the coin. Sometimes, due to errors in the minting process, coins can be struck multiple times, resulting in a double die error, or misaligned, creating strange patterns that are incredibly rare. These unique imperfections can make the coin much more valuable than the standard 5-cent pieces in circulation. If you think you found one of these error coins, your next step should be to get it professionally graded. A certified grading service like NGC or PCGS will evaluate your coin and assign it a grade based on its condition and rarity. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes, and that's when the serious collectors and investors will start eyeing it. Now, you might be wondering, what should I do if I find one of these rare coins? If you happen to find a 2015 p nickel that's in mint condition or has a rare error, it could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. You could choose to sell it, but before you do, make sure to get it properly graded by a professional to ensure you get the best price. Auctions, coin dealers, and online platforms like eBay are great places to sell rare coins to collectors looking to expand their collections. If you decide to hold on to the coin, it could increase in value over time as collectors continue to seek out rare and unique pieces. Coins like this one have a history of appreciating in value, so it could be a smart investment in the long run. So, if you're digging through your change jar or going through old coins in your collection, keep an eye out for the 2015 p nickel. It might just turn out to be your ticket to millions. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss another video on rare treasures and hidden gems from history. Next, 2012 D5 Jefferson Nickels USA coins. Today, we've got an absolutely mind-blowing topic that could change the way you look at your pocket change forever. I'm talking about the 2012 D USA Nickels coin, a coin worth a staggering $66 million. You heard that right, this little piece of metal could be worth a fortune, and in today's video, we're going to dive deep into its value, history, and why it's become one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Stick around because you won't believe what makes this coin so special, and how it could make you a millionaire. Before we talk about the jaw-dropping value of this coin, let's rewind and look at its history. The 2012 D USA coin is part of the US Mint's regular coinage series. But don't let its regular appearance fool you, it has an extraordinary story. In 2012, the US Mint produced millions of pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters as part of the annual coinage program. But the 2012 D coin specifically is a Denver minted coin, with the letter D on the reverse side indicating it came from the Denver Mint, one of the most famous coin-producing facilities in the United States. Now, you might be wondering, so, it's just a regular 2012 coin, what's the big deal? Well, here's where things get interesting. While most 2012 D Nickels coins are worth just their face value, 1 cent, there's one very specific coin that has been appraised at an astronomical amount, $66 million. Yes, this coin is no ordinary penny, so, why is this 2012 D penny worth so much? Well, it all has to do with a rare error that occurred during its production. You see, in 2012, a few of these nickels were mistakenly struck with an incredibly rare double die error. A double die error happens when a coin is struck more than once, but the dies don't align perfectly, creating a distortion in the design. For most coins, this is just a small flaw that doesn't affect its value much. But with the 2012 D coin, this error is so significant that it has catapulted the coin into the category of high-value collectibles. Now, you might be asking, how could a penny, of all things, be worth $66 million? Well, there are only a few known specimens of the 2012 D double die error, and one of them was sold at auction for an eye-watering price that set a new record for modern US coins. In 2019, the rare 2012 D nickels was auctioned off to a private collector who was willing to pay millions for it. The reason? It's not just about the rarity of the coin, it's also about the history behind it and the sheer uniqueness of the error. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for errors, and the more unique the error, the more valuable the coin. And as we've seen, the 2012 D double die error nickels is one of the most valuable coins in the world today. But what exactly makes it so rare? To understand the true worth of this coin, we need to take a closer look at the minting process and the incredible precision required to produce coins. In normal circumstances, the minting process is smooth, but sometimes, errors slip through. The 2012 D double die error occurred when the die, which is responsible for imprinting the design onto the coin, was improperly aligned during the striking process. It's important to note that the double die error is different from a typical die crack or die chip, which are far more common. The double die error creates a distinctive doubling effect, often visible in the letters, numbers, and designs on the coin. In the case of the 2012 D, the error is most noticeable in the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you ever find a coin where these words appear doubled or offset, chances are, you've just found a treasure. The rarity of the 2012 D double die error nickels is what makes it so valuable. While thousands of coins are minted every year, only a very small number of coins like this one make it through the production process with a significant error. And as the years go by, the number of these coins in circulation continues to dwindle, making it more and more unlikely for someone to come across one. But what makes this penny even more remarkable is the fact that it's a modern coin. When we think of rare and valuable coins, we often think of historic pieces like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1794 flowing hair dollar. But the 2012 D proves that modern coins can be just as valuable, if not more so, when they have a unique characteristic like the double die error. Coin collectors are always looking for that next big find, that one-in-a-million coin that will make their collection stand out. The 2012 D has become a symbol of how even the most seemingly mundane coins can have extraordinary value when the right conditions align. And because this particular coin is so rare, it's highly sought after by collectors, dealers, and investors alike, all eager to get their hands on one. If you think you might have a 2012 error nickels in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So how do you know if you've got one of these rare 2012 D double die error pennies? First, take a close look at the design of the coin. The most noticeable feature of the double die error is the distortion in the lettering and the image on the obverse side, the front face of the coin. Look for signs of doubling in the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you notice a noticeable shift or doubling of these words, it's a red flag that you could be looking at a very rare error coin. Don't forget to check the date. The double die error specifically affects the 2012 D nickels, so make sure it's the right year and mint mark. But, of course, it's not always easy to spot an error. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to consult with a professional coin appraiser who can help you identify whether or not you found a rare coin. A coin expert will have the tools and knowledge to confirm whether or not your penny is the real deal. If you found a 2012 D double die error nickels, it's time to consider your next steps. You may be wondering how to sell such a rare and valuable coin. First, you'll want to get it appraised by a professional. An appraiser will help determine its authenticity and give you an estimate of its value. Once verified, you can take it to a reputable auction house or even list it on major online auction platforms like eBay. There are plenty of collectors looking for rare error coins, and they're willing to pay top dollar for the right piece. In fact, some of the most sought-after coins in history have been sold at auction for astronomical sums. In 2019, a rare 1913 Liberty Head nickel sold for over $4 million. The world of rare coins is filled with incredible opportunities for collectors to make life-changing profits, and the 2012 D double die nickels is no exception. If you're lucky enough to have one, it's a good idea to start researching reputable dealers or auction houses that specialize in rare coins. Now, it's worth mentioning that not every 2012 D Jefferson nickels with a minor error will be worth millions. It's the combination of the rarity of the error, the condition of the coin, and the collector demand that determines its true value. But with the right coin and the right buyer, you could be holding on to something that's worth much more than its face value. So, there you have it, the incredible story behind the 2012 D Nickels USA coin, a seemingly ordinary penny with an extraordinary value. Thanks to a rare double die error, this coin has become one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world. If you're a coin collector, or even if you just happen to have a jar of loose change lying around, now is the perfect time to check for any hidden treasures. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a $66 million coin. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin. Who knows, you might just have the next $66 million penny in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting. Next 2002. Jefferson Nickels USA coins. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating coin that might just be hiding in your pocket right now, the 2002 D Jefferson nickel. Stick around because the value of this seemingly ordinary nickel could shock you, and we're not talking about a few cents, but potentially millions. Yes, you heard that right, millions of dollars. Stay tuned, and let's uncover the hidden treasure behind this coin. Before we get into the serious money talk, let's first take a look at the 2002 D Jefferson Nickels design and its background. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and over the years, it's had several redesigns. The 2002 D is part of a particular series that stands out for one key reason, a unique error that can make it extraordinarily valuable. The 2002 D Jefferson nickel was minted in Denver, as denoted by the D mint mark. The front features the well-known portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. It's a classic design, but the real mystery lies on the back. On the reverse, we see Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, which is located in Virginia. The 2002 D is a regular nickel, weighing 5 grams and made from a combination of copper and nickel. But there's a twist, an error that makes this coin incredibly valuable. Now, let's get to the good stuff, the error that has collectors drooling. While most 2002 D Jefferson nickels are worth only 5 cents, there's a rare mistake that occurred during the minting process that makes certain 2002 D nickels extremely valuable. This error involves what's known as the double die reverse or DDR. Essentially, the reverse of the coin, featuring Monticello, has a double strike. This causes certain parts of the design, particularly on the building's columns and other details, to appear blurry or doubled. It's a subtle error, but it can make a huge difference in value. This doesn't happen with every 2002 D Jefferson nickel, only a small percentage of them contain this mistake, which is why it's so valuable. Collectors have been on the lookout for these doubled nickels, and some are willing to pay top dollar for them. The double die reverse error can be hard to spot at first glance, but once you know what you're looking for, it's easy to tell the difference. The columns on Monticello appear blurred or split, creating the doubled effect. This gives the coin a unique appearance, which has made it highly sought after in the coin collecting community. Okay, let's talk about what everyone's been waiting for, the value of the 2002 D Jefferson nickel with this error. Regular nickels are worth, well, a nickel, but the rarer DDR version? That could be worth thousands, if not more. On average, a 2002 D nickel with the double die reverse error can sell for anywhere between $100 to $500 if it's in decent condition. But here's where it gets even more exciting, a perfectly preserved or mint-state version of this coin can be worth anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. But we're not done yet, folks. In rare cases, a particularly well-preserved 2002D DDR nickel has fetched upwards of $10,000 or more at auction. Some experts even believe that in the future, this coin could be worth up to $88 million. Yes, you heard that right. But for that to happen, the coin would have to be in pristine condition, and the error would need to be very obvious. Still, that's some serious potential. Of course, the rarity of these coins is what drives up their value. The more people search for these coins, the more valuable they become, and the higher the demand will push the prices. So how can you tell if you have one of these valuable nickels? First, you need to closely inspect the reverse side of the coin. Look for the doubled details around Monticello, especially along the columns and the roof of the building. You'll notice the doubled lines, which might appear fuzzy or like they're overlapping. This is the key indicator that you found a potential treasure. You can use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a better look. The doubled strike is often faint, but you'll see it if you know where to look. Pay attention to areas like the columns, windows, and even the words E pluribus unum. These areas are where the error is most noticeable. Here's a quick comparison. This is a standard 2002D nickel, and this one here is the error coin with the double die reverse. See how the details are slightly more defined and blurry on the columns? That's what you're looking for. It's a subtle difference, but if you're able to spot it, you've got something special in your hands. While the 2002D Jefferson nickel is certainly one to keep an eye out for, it's not the only valuable Jefferson nickel in existence. Over the years, there have been several other Jefferson nickels with errors, such as the 1950D low D nickel or the 1939 Jefferson nickel with a reverse die break. These coins can be worth thousands as well. The 1950D nickel, for example, has a particularly rare error where the D mint mark is lower than normal, making it stand out. This mistake has led to it being highly prized among collectors. Similarly, the 1939 Jefferson nickel with a reverse die break features a distinct crack in the die that makes it incredibly rare and valuable. In fact, there are a number of other Jefferson nickels that have their own stories of rarity and valuable errors, so it's always worth taking a closer look at your collection. Make sure to keep checking your coin collection and even your pocket change. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem. Coin errors are more common than you might think, and many times, people don't realize they're holding on to something valuable until much later. It's important to note that while these rare coins can fetch huge sums at auction, their value is still determined by several factors. The condition of the coin is a key factor. The better the condition, the higher the price. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they look like they've just been struck by the mint and have no wear or damage, will command the highest prices. Similarly, coins with an obvious error that is easy to spot will usually be worth more than those with a less noticeable flaw. If you found a rare 2002D Jefferson nickel with the double die reverse error, you'll want to take good care of it. Store it in a safe place, preferably in a protective coin holder, and get it professionally graded if you think it could be worth a significant amount. Professional grading services like the PCGS can provide you with a certified grade that will help determine its market value and make it easier to sell if you decide to part with it. So, what do you think? Could your loose change be worth millions? If you've got a 2002D Jefferson nickel, it's worth taking a closer look to see if you've got one of those rare double die reverse errors. Whether it's worth $100 or $88 million, it's definitely worth checking out. Coin collecting can be a fun and profitable hobby, but it requires a good eye and some knowledge of what to look for. The world of rare coins is full of exciting finds, and even small mistakes in minting can lead to big rewards for collectors. So, make sure you keep an eye on your change, look through your collections, and never underestimate the value of an old coin. You might just have a rare treasure on your hands. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more coin tips and tricks. And hey, if you've got any rare coins you think could be worth big bucks, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about your finds. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep checking your change, you might just be holding on to a fortune. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.